morning, everyone. Welcome to Mountain Woman Radio. It's been a little while. I took a little bit of a hiatus, but we're back, and I'm looking really forward to sharing some time with you. This is episode number 224 of Mountain Woman Radio, and for those of you that are new to my show, my name is Tammy Trayer, and I am an author and a writer, and I blog at TrayerWilderness.com. I educate at TrayerWildernessAcademy.com, and I love sharing my life and inspiration with you all. So, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous morning here in North Idaho. It's been so windy. I couldn't even be outside. It was just terrible. I was afraid I was going to end up in Kansas, and I'm in Idaho. Just going to share this with you this morning. The birds are making beautiful sounds. The grouse are drumming. How many of you take mindful breaks and unplug? I have to remind myself of that sometimes, and I just want to share something with you before we go on a nice stroll here in the beautiful area of Idaho that we live in. You know, so often we're caught up in our day-to-day to such a degree that we forget to be good to ourselves and we forget to take time to do things. So if you are unable to get outside because it's too windy or it's snowy, you got to learn to create spaces for yourself so that you can take mindful breaks and unplug. So I'm going to share a couple of mine with you. Being that we live in a tiny house, we don't waste any space. Above our batteries for our solar, a box was created around them, and above that is a sitting area. That little nook becomes my space to sit and read a book, to read my devotions, to chill, and to unplug. That is a favorite space of mine when I can't get outside. I've created a space so that I have a place to enter and to relax, away from all the things that are calling my name. I have a big cozy chair in our living room that I can curl up in and do the same. And one of my favorite things to do is to hang a hammock swing in my small little space on a special bar that was created just to enable me to hang and just enjoy life. 5, 10, 15 minutes. Unless you get sucked in. Some days you do, and that's okay. Those are divine breaks. But my most favorite thing to do is to be outside. So let's go. So outside is, of course, always the place to be. And getting my furry children out for a stroll is always a good thing. When you're living in 180 square feet, they get a little antsy, and they certainly don't have a lot of room to move. And that just gives me the perfect excuse to go for a walk every day. Not that I need one. I'm usually the one that doesn't want to come back. But learning to unplug is important. I know we've discussed this before. If you've been following me for a while, it's a common topic for us. But this is a really important topic in our society today, because I find myself struggling in the same way that many of you are, I'm sure, and that we have things to do. And it's such a panic to get these things done. And these things keep adding up. Like, there's always so much to do. I'm never lacking, are you? And you know what? You know that I've discussed this with you when I was ill. And, you know, there's parts of my life I've learned the importance of this, and I don't want to ever negate it or forget it. So I need to keep reining myself back in. I'm sure that you guys need to focus on that sometimes too. You need to make a diligent effort to take breaks, to be good to yourself, to find a spot that gives you peace and comfort. I've got so many, and I'm very blessed in that way. I've got a fire pit outside. I've got the wilderness all around me. I've got big, huge stumps that I can just sit and hang on for a while and just take it all in. But it's really important that we do this. And it's not just the separation from everything, it's totally unplugging. I really don't like waking up in the morning and just having my phone just blinging and vibrating and all these things coming across my phone. So that's another subject for our next podcast, which we will touch on. But it's really important to unplug. We're so easily distracted in our lives. And I find great pleasure in just taking those minutes away with nothing. Oftentimes I'll leave my phone, put it on airplane mode, whatever I need to do. And thankfully we don't have cell service where we are located. It's just Wi-Fi. So that's an easy solution. But getting out and just taking this break, the fresh air, is so necessary for us all. And just being surrounded by God's country and His beauties. I mean, right now, this is such a I love the start of new seasons. And you've always got new things. When I'm walking in the winter, every day is different. Every time of day is different. In the morning, you've got the frost on the grasses and snowflakes and ice formations. And spring, you can hear the birds finally coming alive and returning. Things getting green. It's just an amazing time, and I love fall. I love all of our seasons. And just being able to reflect and refresh yourself is so important, and that renewal. And that's why I took a hiatus. It was really important for me to regroup and get my bearings. We were building nonstop from September to the end of December, and then progressively through January and February. And we still are progressively doing things to our home and getting things in place. The next thing will be our greenhouse, which will be just such an amazing opportunity. And when you take these breaks and you unplug, you mindfully unplug and just take breaks, you get lots of divine inspiration. And that to me is very important. Our brains are going at such a pace and so fast and just constant that we don't take time to hear that still small voice of God nudging us and providing us with these divine ideas. And we just don't give our brain a break, and we need to. We truly need to. I'm going to take you to one of my favorite places. It's just a close spot. There's many others like this. And this is just a small, simplistic pleasure close by. It will eventually dry up. But I want to share this with you this morning. Do you hear that sound? Isn't it amazing? Doesn't that sound good? Listen. Now, while you're driving, if you're listening to this, don't get too relaxed. This is my how can you not relax and renew to that sound? It's just a small little seasonal creek that runs on our property. And it is so refreshing to listen to and to just sit here. I do a lot of really good thinking here. And the next thing I'm going to do today here is enjoy my devotions and my time with God. So this is a short and a sweet one for you all. So I'm jumping back in and starting to get involved with Mountain Woman Radio again. You will see me every week and be able to listen to me every week. This is on YouTube. This is on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Overcast, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and many other podcast apps. You can find it archived on our website at trayerwilderness.com/MWR. My friends, this has been wonderful spending time with you this morning. You know, we dive into our days at such a pace that is just insane, and we don't take this kind of time, and this kind of time is what nurtures our souls, nurtures our minds, makes us the productive people we want to be, and enables us to be successful. Take mindful breaks and unplug, and join me on the next podcast where we talk about the importance of a morning routine. I love you all, and I'm anxious to spend more time with you. You guys have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'm just going to leave you with these wonderful sounds. God bless.